Hey my beautiful souls, welcome back to Fanny Justy, the life coach. So guys, I hope everybody has been super fabulous. I've been super fabulous. If you haven't, always remember it's always temporary. Things will get better. So for those who don't know me, my name is Jessie and I am a life coach. If it's your first time here, a big welcome. And come on in guys. So we do a little bit of everything on this channel, from organizing our spaces to organizing our mind to just developing and becoming self-aware. So today we are going to be speaking about how to say no to things we need to say no to. So October is big for mental health awareness. And one thing we've been speaking a lot about on this channel is protecting our peace, protecting our energy, narcissistic types, right? And this falls along that category because a lot of people struggle with saying no to energy vampires and things that drain their energy. And just saying no just in general when you just don't feel up to doing something. So today we're going to talk about those little elements of life that drain us and times when it is okay to say no. So one big main thing that people need to get really comfortable with saying no to is draining phone calls. So this happens a lot with a lot of people, right? We have family members, we have friends, we have our loved ones. This is mostly our loved ones who need us at a certain point in time, and we just do not feel up to it. Now, we could feel not up to it for many different reasons. It could be that we're going through something ourselves. We could be in an emotional state that we need to take that energy and that focus and put it into ourselves. Sometimes we just need that rest. Sometimes we deal with other people who are draining, right? Their energy is very draining. They're very needy. They could be very pessimistic, very negative, and it takes us down. And there are times that that don't have to give. You don't have it to give, and it's okay when you don't have it to give. So if that is you, you got to get really comfortable with being able to communicate no and rejecting certain things that you feel is too much of a burden on you, right? It's too much weight at the moment, and you just need that. You need that peaceful time. So get really comfortable with rejecting phone calls that you know is going to put you in a bad space, or that is going to completely deplete you, or you just don't have the energy or the willingness to give to at that moment. Reject it, say no, call the person back when you're in a better space. The second thing we need to get really comfortable with saying no to is invitations. So if someone invites you out on an outing, to an occasion, to a celebration that you just don't feel up to going to, it's okay to say no. Now, once again, it could be many reasons why you do not want to attend a function. It could be that you are not in a good space. It could be that you're dealing with something that's really burdensome in your own life, and you need to reserve your energy. You need to reserve your attention to focus on what you need to focus on for yourself. It could be that you don't want to go to a specific outing or a specific occasion because you don't feel comfortable, health-wise or otherwise. Or it could be that you don't want to go because there's other people there that you know is going to be draining on your energy, and you just don't have the capacity and the willingness to deal with certain personalities. Whatever it may be, everybody's reasons are going to be different. It's okay to decline it. It's okay to say no. It's okay to think about yourself first and say, you know what, this is not for me. I'm going to skip that event. A lot of times we feel guilt in these situations because, people come to our events, they support us, they're there for us. But if you're not in that space to be able to support another, or you're putting yourself involved in a space that you know is going to be compromising to your mental health and your mental peace, then that's something you need to really consider, rethink, regroup, and be honest. It has happened to me where I have to be honest and say, you know what, I'm going to skip this event because I know this person's going to be there, and I just don't have the capacity and the willingness to deal with that person this week because, such and such and such and such, right? It's okay to be honest, but if you don't want to share, once again, that's up to you. You have to use your discernment in certain situations, but just know that you are always capable and it is justifiable to say no to certain outings. Something else people need to get really comfortable with saying no to is favors. There's a lot of times that people want us to do certain things and it's in their best interests. And it might not be in the best interest of ourselves. So if you know something is not in the best interest for you, once again, it could be anything. It could be an invitation, right? It could be they want you to come with them along to like the movies. They want you to come along to be their wingman or wing girl, whatever, right? Or it could be even money. They're asking you to loan them money, and you know you're never gonna get that money back, or you know that it's gonna be a bad investment, whatever it is, and you don't feel comfortable doing it. You have the right to say no. Speak up for yourself. Make your feelings known. Be able to stick up for yourself and say, no, I can't do it, right? Be okay with saying no to others. One thing you never want to do is put yourself in a position that you are compromising your truth, what you feel is best for you. You don't want to be in a situation where you're compromising your own integrity, where you can't be honest about certain situations. So if it's something that you cannot do, you can't fulfill something you can't give to another, it's okay to say no. I can't do this at this time. I cannot be with you or be there for you at this time. Phone calls, outings, favors, expectations on your time, expectations on your energy, expectation on how other people want you to show up. Anything that requires energy out of you and expectations from others, you are justifiable in saying no. No, thank you. Not now. This is not for me. Maybe later. I can't do it. This is something that's going to put me in a compromising position. This is something that is not going to be, beneficial for my health, beneficial for my energy, beneficial for my mental, beneficial for me just in general. It's okay to say no to all of these things. A lot of the times people put unrealistic expectations onto us, or just expectations just in general. They expect us to show up a certain way. They expect us to be, if you're that person that comes in and makes everything great, they're going to expect you to be that person. And sometimes we cannot show up like that all the time. And if you're not at a good place, that's even more of a reason to be able to say no and not have to give any explanation of why you cannot show up. Right? You cannot show up for others if you're not good with yourself. And considering that this month has been a mental health awareness week, I think it's so important for people to be aware of what drains their energy. A lot of times people are not aware, or they are aware and they feel this inclination to just keep on satisfying other people, no matter how it depletes them, no matter how it puts them in compromising situations. If you don't want to do something, if you feel the urge to say, no, I just don't have it in me to do this, or I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. I'd rather do something else. Then speak up for yourself, right? We always want to make sure that we're supportive and we're loving towards the people, of course, in our circle and our family members and our friends. And we want to be there for them as much as they are there for us. But once again, if you're in a place or you're in a space at the current time that you cannot do that for someone else, and you need all your energy and all your mental capacities on yourself to be able to pull yourself out of a dark place or just replenish yourself, right? Sometimes we don't have to be in a dark space. Sometimes we're just so drained and we just need to be able to rest. And that's something else that a lot of people need to keep in mind. There's certain things that we need to be able to say okay to and not feel guilty. And one of those things is being able to rest, being able to take time and just sleep in a couple of more hours, on a Saturday or Sunday or whenever you're off. Or be able to just take a weekend for ourselves and not do anything. Majority of the time when people do that, they feel like they're unproductive, they feel lazy, upset with themselves because they just expect so much more for themselves. But if you are drained or you are tired and you need to replenish yourself, it's okay to do that. It's okay to put a pause on lots of things, right? Social media, conversations, outings, hanging out. If you're, extrovert, then putting a pause on that and spending time alone to be able to replenish your batteries. It's super important we do that to avoid burnout. So there are certain things you need to be able to just say blunt out no to. I cannot do it because I need this for myself. A big part of codependency is the need to fix others, the need to help others, the need to constantly be there for others. and not do it for yourself. It could be really dangerous for you, and we want to make sure that we're staying healthy, that we're staying vital, that we're staying energetic, and that we're staying in a good mental headspace and staying in a good space where we feel protected and we feel grounded. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, my lovelies. Hugs and kisses.